Don't use the muzzle brake because then the recoil horizontally will be kind of trash. Do you not see me, dude? Okay. Alright, so hello gamers and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you the top 5 carbines in Phantom Forces. Before we get into it though, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. Do check down below if you are subscribed and let me know which one you think will be number 1, or let me know down below your favorite carbine, because I want to know which carbines do you guys like the most. But at number 5 we have the FAL 56-3 Para, which is a really high damage FAL variant with a wide variety of really nice conversions. Here's a more full setup on the gun. The regular FAL 56-3 Para does amazing damage, it fires pretty quickly, and the recoil is not too bad. The reload speed is also pretty quick for the caliber, and while it does have a 20 round mag, it's an overall really good gun. It also has a 5.56 conversion, which makes it a really consistent, really low recoil, just extremely powerful bar 3 hitting gun it's good. This conversion will lower your damage, however, it gives you a larger magazine. The gun is overall incredible. The FAL 50 might be a little bit better, but that's a battle rifle, and it's a little bit slower as well, so if you want basically a FAL 50 with better handling, a faster reload, faster walk speed, and better overall close range damage, this gun it honestly could be contender for top carbine in the game. It's a little bit different from normal carbine because it fires such a massive bullet. The default gun has a little bit more recoil than a regular carbine, but overall the FALs are just an amazing category of guns, and this is no exception. At number 4 we have, I think, my second high skill carbine. I think number 1 might be the FAL 56-3 Para, but this is number 2, and this used to be an amazing gun. It's the G36K. However, it has been nerfed a couple of times, but it's still really good. It has 750 RPM, 30 round magazine, really low recoil, and great close range performance, 750 RPM, and it can 3-shot to the body. It does fall off a little bit over range, not gonna lie, it's a 6-shot kill at range, but that's actually basically every carbine in the game to begin with. The velocity is also kind of insane. I believe it might be the fastest velocity short of like golf ball cannon. Other than that, it might be the fastest in the game for the carbine class. This has a velocity of 2700 with the squad barrel. That is incredible velocity, which means even though long range it's not going to perform super well damage wise, the recoil and the velocity is going to make beaming people over range not really as difficult. And yeah, it does have a 6-shot over range. However, you got to keep in mind it still has 19 min, which means 1 headshot and you're probably going to get a 5-shot kill, which is not really too bad. Now, at number 3 we have the Honey Badger. Now the Honey Badger is definitely an interesting carbine. It has that 4-shot kill up close that some carbines have, which is annoying. However, if you run hollow point, it can still 3-shot kill, which is pretty good, but it actually does 33 up close, which is really not that bad considering 1 headshot and it's a 3-shot kill, which is pretty doable. It has a bit of recoil, but not like a ton. The velocity is of course lower than the G36K, but not really too bad either, especially for a suppressed gun. And because it's a 4 to a 5-shot, you can also run armor piercing ammo type and have a pretty good time with that, especially because you get about 2 studs of pen, which is really good. So good wall penetration, good damage, good RPM, and the reload time is extremely fast. It's 1.7 seconds, which was great even before the M4 and all those other 5.56 guns got reload time nerfs, and this one did not get a reload time nerf, so it still has that insanely fast reload time, which makes it an absolute beast of a gun to use because it can reload so fast. So overall, it isn't really the best in terms of damage or anything, but it has a ton of stats that make it good for things that are not just like straight up damage or anything, you know? Not the best recoil overall. The RPM is the fastest so far, but it's not really going to be, you know, the fastest firing gun, fastest time to kill gun or anything. And it lacks that 3-shot kill the G36K has, so overall, you could say the G36K is better, and the G36K is kind of like this with hollow point, but this gun with hollow point has way worse headshot damage, worse ranges, worse penetration, worse velocity, and maybe slightly more recoil, but that's debatable. It's pretty accurate, but not like super accurate, you know? Overall, a great gun. Isn't my favorite gun in the game. Not really. I don't really use it too much, but I can see why people, like, you know, enjoy using the gun. It works and it has good pen and everything, fast reload. Maybe a bit overrated, but it definitely is one of those top tier carbines. But at number 2, we have the Groza 3. The Groza 3 is basically the Groza 1 with 5.56. This gun is absolutely incredible, possibly like one of my favorite automatic guns in the entire game. I don't know if it's my favorite overall, but it's definitely one of my favorites. And the reason for that is, first off, it's the Groza, and I like the Groza in all the games it's in, basically. Secondly, this gun is insane. It does 36 to the body in close range, and it can 2-shot kill to the head, 750 RPM, really low recoil, 19 min. It has similar overall stats to a G36K, but it can 2-shot kill to the head. And yeah, it's got a little bit of weird recoil. It's overall maybe lower recoil, and this gun, it goes hard, dude. If you have the sideways grip on some guns and you don't really have a problem with the sideways grip, then maybe check this out because it has similar recoil to what a sideways grip would give you, but it's just straight up way more accurate than most guns would be with a sideways grip. Before we get to the number 1 pick, I'm going to be going over a couple of honorable mentions. First off, of course, is going to be the Gyrojet Carbine. The Gyrojet Carbine is a very intriguing gun. The close range damage is kind of and it has pretty bad velocity. However, because its damage gets better over longer ranges, once you get past about 150 studs, it becomes hands down the best sniper rifle, DMR, or anything like that in the entire game if you can control the drop, of course, because it has quite a bit of drop for extreme ranges. However, it can one-shot to the body at any range. So if you're using it in like medium to long range, it is a 200 plus RPM one-shot body gun, which is just insane. And you're like, okay, it's one of those guns that's like only good on paper, right? It's not really true. It's actually really good in reality as well as on paper. If you fire like, you know, follow-up shots and stuff, the second you figure out how the drop works and how to like actually kill people over range with it, it becomes insane. It does have a ton of drop, as you can see, but that was almost 400 studs. In like medium range, it becomes simply the best gun in the entire game, because in medium range, the velocity is not as important as you would expect. It is definitely there, you know, but because you can fire so many follow-up shots and it can one-shot to the body, it, you know, it doesn't really matter too much that you'll like miss, you know, 1 or 2 shots before actually killing a guy. So while I did not put this at the #1 spot because it doesn't really make any sense for this list of like automatic carbines, it is definitely one of the best guns in the entire game. So yeah, maybe pre-buy it if you really wanted to, because it is insane. Maybe the best gun in the entire game if you really think about it. But yeah, it does take a bit of finesse to use it, but as you can see, like it kind of goes off. It's not an auto carbine, so like doesn't really fit with this list or anything, you know. Is it going to beat a Groza 3 in close range? Probably not, but like it does this. But now we have the #1 spot, which is the AK-12C. This isn't necessarily the most accurate gun in the game. However, it is definitely one of the most underrated and great automatic guns in the entire game. The default gun is pretty good. Like it's got 30 bullets, 2 shots to the head, 3 shots to the body, to a decent range and everything like that. Pretty generic gun. But then you have the 9x39mm conversion, which basically will turn it into an amazing and really unique gun. It has 20 bullets, right? It does 38 to the limbs, about 42 to the torso, which is really good, down to 23 limb at range and 25 torso. Basically, it's going to be a 3 or 2 shot kill up close, down to a 5 shot and maybe even a 4 shot at any range. With this conversion, it also gets an extremely fast reload, almost as fast as the Honey Badger reload, and it doesn't fire quite as fast as the Honey Badger, but the damage is significantly better. And the recoil, yeah, it's a bit higher than your average carbine, but it's really not that bad, as you can see. A little bit overrated for like the recoil of it, because I don't think that's really like the downside of the gun. Yeah, it's got a lot of initial kick, but once you can pull that down, you're fine. It's mostly just vertical, but don't use a muzzle brake because then the recoil horizontally will be kind of trash. Do you not see me, dude? Okay, this is definitely more of a controversial pick for the #1 spot, but it's such a great gun. I don't know, man. Anyways, gamers, if you guys did enjoy, there's the top 5 carbines in Phantom Forces. M4A1 Scar PDW, those are also pretty good. Comment down below your favorite. It's probably going to be one of those two, because I know a lot of people like them, and I'm sorry that I didn't put them in the list. They are probably honorable mentions as well as the Gyrojet AK-12C 9x39. I just think it's an amazing gun, dude. It just feels so good and like, I don't know. But yeah, gamers, if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new, but I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Have a nice day.